What's up, YouTube? Auman Landscape YouTube channel. Thanks for checking us out here. Britt and I are gonna do a long day of spilling my coffee on myself there. I think like our other
to do for a long time.
Our other ride-along video started this way too, Britt. You know that. But we have got a lot of places to visit today.
In a short amount of time.
In a very short amount of time. We got to go pick out fence for the shop. You know, chain link, and I'm gonna slide out and die. The driveway's a sheet ice, and that's what we're up against there. Big old 4300 life, well, 91 Swihart action there. If you listen to the Kid Contractor podcast, Montana Adventure Edition, you'll know what that's talking about. Anyhow, we got a ton of places to run to today. Got to go up to ADS Pipe and record a podcast with them. They're gonna be supplying pipe products for our shop facility, so thank you, ADS. Also, big thanks to Jason and Tracy Creel, the lawncarelife.com. Gave us an Arctic cup from the Launchpreneur Academy and Hardscape Academy Hype House. So I love those Arctic cups. All right, Britt, you got anything to say?
So on Facebook, we have connected to I forget, you did a podcast with someone, and I was looking at their Facebook page, and they could schedule like phone consultations, like people, like interested clients. And so I put that on our page last year, and it kind of worked, but it didn't add it into our calendar, so you really had to pay really close attention to Facebook for it to really work, because we were missing consultations that people, and it was just phone consultations, the only thing that I allowed people to schedule. But you could set like the available times you were willing to take phone calls and whatever, and apparently I haven't turned it off because we just got one for 11 o'clock this morning. But we'll see how it goes. It's kind of cool because in there you can put in like how much you can put in their budget, and you can ask them what they're looking for, so you can kind of get a little bit of heads up of what's going on. But I don't know, maybe I'll video the call or something. We'll see.
There you go.
That's all we got.
Britt and I stopped by a stone yard here to check out some things. What do you think of all this stone?
They're pretty big. I thought you were looking at those. We do not use that.
No, never ever use flagstone. The only stuff we like using is great big standing stuff. Otherwise, flagstone is the devil's material. Want to look at some Teco stuff here, compare some colors, all that kind of stuff going on here, and just see what's going on. So, yeah, we'll be there. Okay, so just wanted to take a look at some stuff here. There we go. Hey folks, I want to show you a few things here real quick. Something we like using on this stuff here. We've been using a good bit of this type product. Where we've been buying it from, the Simcoe, is an Indiana limestone product, but it makes a great coping. Looks really nice. We like using that stuff. Then also, we love using like large flagstone like that there as big steppers, and we don't like using this little flagstone. This stuff's horrible to work with. And when you make a pathway out of it, let's say these were a path, just a stepstone path, and you got all these gaps in there, place for mulch and grass to grow over and shrink the size of the step itself. But if you use great big standing flagstone like this, you know, say that grass grows over it, you know, when you set it in the yard by 2 inches, you know, again, as a stepper through a yard or between patios or whatever the heck you got going on. Say it grows over 4 inches of the whole thing, you've still got that giant, I mean, look how big this stuff is. You've still got this giant step, and you get a lot of value that way because they're pretty easy to set. Dig out the sod, put an inch or two of 9s down, set them down, they're good. That's for steppers. Patio, you want to do it a whole other way. Proper base, the whole bit. But we love using these big flagging, like that and this. You got to machine set it, of course, or have 10 guys, which is inefficient. But we don't like using this little flagstone. That stuff's a pain. I hate it. Some really good sawn natural stone steps, look really sharp. We like those. Split like this, when they're sawn, you get a really good tolerance of thickness, so they're very uniform step to step step. When you're using the split ones, there can be a pretty good variance. In a lot of our projects, we got to run pretty tight on tolerances, make sure we hit the elevations we're aiming at. Just if these were out in a bed somewhere, these would be fine. But if you're on a patio hardscape project, you need the sawn products and dimensional stuff, so you hit all your elevations properly. So, but good to get through here to see some stuff. We haven't really purchased a lot from these folks, but yeah, so that's that. We're kind of looking at some large format steps like the Teco Roca. We just stopped by our fence supplier a little bit ago, and they're wholesale.
They were not friendly.
They did not want to really give us the time of day there. Which I get it. If you were, you know, you went to a wholesale plant yard.
Yeah,
what plants should I buy?
But what if we were starting a new fins business?
Well, then you would say that, and they'd be like,
I don't think they would have let us in.
And that's fair. Yeah, it was whatever. So, yeah, it was a little disappointing, but whatever. Anyways, big fence supplier in Columbus, Ohio. So whatever. But it's okay. I get it. All right, so that being said, all right, look at these guys. They're doing some custom fabrication of stone. I don't know if I'm going out the in or in the out. Whatever, but okay, well, that's that. On to the next one. We're gonna go pick up a roller for our case dozer, or PAP's case dozer rather. And that's the next part of our day. Okay, Britt, we're here at Case. We're leaving Case because this is the rental side apparently.
We're idiots.
Put a ballpark number on that 8-ton just for fun, that 80CBD.
Me?
What?
Me?
Yeah, how much do you think?
I don't know.
Because we're gonna ask just for fun.
I don't even know what our 3.5 ton costs.
Well, the 3.5 ton was 40 grand when we bought it, used with 800 hours.
Probably.
And this is Case rental, Southeast Equipment rental.
Okay.
Case sales is
$90,000.
Okay, yeah, I don't think you're on right now. There's a link belt too. You want to check out? Actually, AJ Brentzel says link belt and Case are pretty much the same machines with different paint slapped on them. Did you know that?
But he likes the red better.
But he likes the red and black theme, so that's what they buy is link belt for their big construction company.
But then if we put the twisty turny thing on there, then that's an extra like 50,000.
Yeah, tilt rotator. Oh, they got some buggies there. CandyCom Life.
Only for rent.
Only for rent.
We actually got an email a little bit ago that said CandyComs are first come first serve, no guarantees.
For rental or for?
For purchase.
Oh, from who?
Deco Creek.
Oh,
they said they're no longer promising anyone anything, and all pricing that they've given people is done.
Good for 2 hours.
No, they will not honor any pricing.
That's cool.
Ad for Deco Creek.
People ask, why is your bid $100,000? Because it could have been 50 yesterday.
Look, we can just drive one of these things.
You can take it home today. Just put it right on the back of the 3/4 ton.
On the end, right?
All right, cool. So here we go. Just leaving Southeastern Equipment, grabbed our big roller for the dozer. Show you that thing real quick. We'll have a video on that. But we, just for fun, and the timestamp, it's the year of our Lord 2022, February. Priced out an 8-ton excavator, a C80, and a C70 ballpark just for fun. That 8-ton is roughly about 108,000. A 6-ton is about 70,000. So you put a tilt rotator on there at 50. And I don't know, that's interesting. It's worth contemplating. This is the roller for the dozer. This thing is crazy heavy. That probably, look at my truck. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Fuel tank of fame, fuel cell of fame. All right, but the staff here was friendly. They didn't treat us like the a-holes we are as soon as we walked in the door, so staff was decent. That's cool. Some of these places you go in and they're not super friendly. Case Southeast Equipment. All right, not bad.
Which would be a big deal as to which company we buy from.
100%. Like, yeah, they go in there and treat us like John Deere treats us. Now that's John Deere Ag. Not super friendly when you walk in the door, but whatever. But I won't be buying a John Deere for that reason. So there you go.
Look,
your staff, your culture, your people make a difference. What, Britt?
They just built this. This is what our place is now.
Yep. All right, so here we go. We are now moving on to lunch and then to our podcast with ADS. Just left lunch at Piata. That's pretty good. That's not bad, huh, Britt?
We didn't even do the typical, like, take a photo of your food.
I know, we didn't do that. I do want to talk about this horrible mulch around this tree. It's so bad. Don't do that. Why, you ask? I'm going to get plowed by this Toyota, and I'm holding my purse, Brittany. See, we're progressive AF around here, folks. Anyways, I like this Toyota. Britt doesn't like them. I think they're sweet looking.
Why wouldn't I?
That's a 4Runner. But instead we bought a Highlander.
There's no room for a third row back there.
I don't care. Brittany, looking cool as
That's
half.
what I want.
The conversion van's always what Britt has wanted forever, right?
With the curtains.
We can go to bowling league. That Audi's all right. That's not bad looking. So anyways, just finished lunch. We're going to ADS.
Lunch was good.
Lunch was good. Look at these.
Look at the super sweet truck.
Ginkgo trees there. This truck is awesome. I love this thing. If you listen to the road shows, those Mastercraft MXTs on there, baby. Those have got 40 or 50,000 miles on those. I keep them rotated dough. That's what keeps them in good shape. Keep them rotated. Okay, so a few things. Look at this horrible pruning job. This is terrible. Don't leave stub. Do you want to cut back? I don't have time for this, but you got to cut back to this collar. You don't leave that stub. It has a harder time. It takes longer for it to grow and compartmentalize over the wound. So that's too bad. I think that's Zelkova. I may be mistaken. Also too, this thing's, we want to prune out these crossing branches. That's definitely something. Like, see it rubbing and causing all that damage there? We definitely want to do that. Oh, and the mulch, it holds moisture against a part of the tree that should not have moisture held against it.
Hey, look what else we found. Whoops.
And Britt bought a master set of keys.
For
everything ever.
24-piece construction machinery key set is the best. Super cool.
You could probably just get the boys that for Christmas, and that's all. Of course, they'd be hijacking machinery over. All right, we gotta go. We gotta go to. We gotta go to ADS. Can't be late. Here we go. Hey folks, we're here at Advanced Drainage Systems, ADS corporate headquarters, and checking out some cool stuff. They got a wall of fame here, which Auman is gonna have at our new facility. We're gonna have something similar to this. I think it's a cool concept. But I wanna show you something. These folks recycle 500 million pounds of high density polyethylene plastics a year, and they could do more if they had access to it. It's an interesting story. Check out the Kid Contractor podcast, by the way. Moving the camera too fast. I learned that last time on this video. So I'm gonna move slower, folks. But this is a pretty neat, I think this is a really cool example of how, you know, the plastics recycled, and it's a lot of these type of bottles, it appears, are processed, shredded like this, I'm guessing washed and cleaned, pelletized, and then turned into a pipe. This being an N12, I'm guessing. So it's I think it's a really neat thing to have here floating around the office. They just moved it actually from a few cubicles. I think it's a really cool example of how you can take plastics, process it, and turn it into a new pipe. It's really cool. Hey folks, I wanted to swing into Site 1 here and just check out, see what's going on. I haven't been up here in a little bit. My guys, of course, been sliding in and out. So, and we've done, Site 1, we've done some stuff with them on the Kid Contractor podcast and all that. Marking flags now, colors being important, what they are. White, proposed excavation. Orange, communication. Pink is temporary survey marks, so make sure you're using the right color. Even flags, I believe, for, and actually for markings, period, that's state law. So if you're marking out excavation, you do not want to be using communication colored flags, so be careful with that. Got a dustless saw, all sorts of stuff here. NDS, another company we've worked with here before. Got some channel drains. What all we got here? Structure bond, we've used that before. We know people go crazy over the fluid film. People love fluid film, especially crazy snow folks. Let's swing through here real quick. Britt found something she's super interested in, and actually they got a whole bunch of synthetic turf, which is cool. We've done a couple of those installations. Not super hard, not much different than patio-based installation, really. Ethel here. Ethel is Brittany's alter ego when it comes to planting flowers and stuff. The whole bag is $1? No way. Oh God, we don't have enough space in a truck. Britt, you probably ought to jump on that, right? He's like, no, I shut the computer down, you jerks. I told you. Which, by the way, thank you, Site 1 staff, been very kind. I bought a Lesco spreader 20 years ago used, and it's stainless, and it still works. It's craziness. I'd encourage you, if you do a lot of planting work, check into this kind of stuff. Heavy mycorrhiza is what I would really be an advocate of. I don't know about that. NDS, you folks know, a company we've partnered with a bit on a lot of different solutions. By the way, there's some great books here showing catalogs. They probably got some design specs in here. Yeah, all sorts of cool stuff. We picked up a handful of those. I might suggest you do that. Poly sands, all sorts of stuff here. Been hearing interesting stuff about the nitro, people liking it, so that's pretty cool. Let's see here. All sorts of sealers, glues, fittings, super handy. Tarps to cover your plant material. When you buy plant material out here, cover it up. Don't let it get all windburned. Pick shovels, all that kind of stuff. A bunch of NDS fittings. I'm probably making everybody dizzy because I'm moving too fast, but I'm trying to get a lot done. NDS channel drains. We got some nice looking grates there too, which are definitely cool. I can hear Brittany moving hundreds of bags of tulips here. And what else we got? A bunch of irrigation parts. There was something else that was real cool. Oh, these are cool. These B&B hooks. I like this. That's really pretty slick. So you grab a bowl and burlap tree, makes it easier to carry it and move it. I'm gonna grab a couple of these here too, if they're not crazy expensive. But I like that for moving that stuff. Let's see here. Ethel, you have a problem.
Okay.
And if these aren't too expensive, I'm gonna grab 2 of those too, please.
Those are way more expensive than what
I guarantee they are. But yeah, safety stuff, that's super important. And then of course all your outdoor stuff. Unilock out yonder. Ball carts are cool, but a mini skid steer loader is way cooler. That's that. So that's one of our stuff. I'm gonna try to hit Janelle here yet today. We'll see if we can get to that. Janelle Concrete Supply. So Britt was being super negative about coming in here and seeing all this awesome Hilti stuff. I was not aware that Hilti had all this battery powered stuff, which was cool. I was kind of not aware of that. Lasers. And
coming out. So if you came back in a couple weeks too, this is all going to be different with brand new tools on a brand new platform.
oh, really? Okay. Well, there you go. Industry news. Hilti's coming out with all new battery platform stuff. Cool. But yeah, check that out. All sorts of bits for your SDS, Max, all that. Nope, that's just S. Super dope. So Britt was hating on this. No, I was not aware. I know a couple people have these Hilti cutoffs and they like them a lot, so that's pretty cool. All right, whatever. So in conclusion, Britt, what did we learn today, or anything? I don't know, anything.
I got 500 tulips for $9.
That's a pretty good deal. We probably should have bought them all. That's probably our first mistake.
There's no way I could have planted them. They just all go down.
Well, I mean, I think what we could do is take those and put them on clients' properties as a gift of a thank you of, hey, thank you for being an awesome
I still don't have
client.
the time to plant them.
Well, that's what we have people for, silly goose. I learned ADS recycles a bunch of plastic, like 500 million pounds
We got
a
the
year.
price of a excavator.
Price an 8-ton and a 6-ton excavator from Case.
Had good customer service today. Had bad customer service.
Yep.
So now I know how extremely important it is for our shop if we do have like.
That will be. Remember, I talked about this a while ago. Everyone will say hello to everyone, no matter what. Always. People slam
My
on
point
brakes.
is that you think you would have a little bit of grace and smiles left for the fewer people that you.
That's company culture. I mean, that's a company culture issue.
And
so
how do you fix company culture?
You've got to have the right person steering the ship first off that understands that that's a problem, and obviously that's not understood. Then it has to be enforced. It has to be ingrained and trained. If you can't get your people to be nice to people when they come in the door, they got to go, which is hard to do, or you got to put them in a job in the back and demote them, or
And if you're not
whatever.
nice to your people, they're not going to be nice to anyone else.
1,000%.
Moral of today is just be nice.
Yeah, just
So we don't blast you
be
on
happy
video.
to have business. Even if it's business you don't want, be happy that people are at least calling you for work, even if it's work you don't do. Now, I get it. Like, I've been in those positions where, like, if you got 100 calls a day for gutter cleaning, I guarantee you would get grouchy. So you got to keep things like this in mind. But again, you can't ultimately, because you have to interact with the public. If you have that's why I don't want real retail stuff ever. Because, like, you can't pick and choose your clients. Whoever comes in that door is who you have to serve, whether they're a psychopath or not. And I don't want to deal with that crap.
And I don't want Grandma Crabtree coming in.
Or Grandma Herfenerbler. I haven't used Crabtree in a while. Kid Contractor podcast reference there. But anyways, okay, so, well, we're going home. We are going to pass by our non-current shop at the moment. This video will probably be out this weekend, I'm guessing. So thanks for following along. This is a weird day, but this is a day of discovery. I want to get around to a few different suppliers, just kind of see what's up, see what's going on. The Hilti thing, for example, I'm kind of hip to some Hilti stuff now, which I didn't realize. And by the way, Hilti, if you want to send us any stuff, P.O. Box 203, Carroll, Ohio 43112. Feel free to send us saws, concrete dust collection systems, new truck, $200,000, anything else. Okay, folks, so thanks for checking the channel out and following along here. We hope it's of some value. That's the goal. We'll see you.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, are you okay?
Like,
Oh, yeah. No, I'm fine. Sled not, but, you know.
I mean, the sled is destroyed. but
Yeah, totally. Like, yeah.
I
We were
still
lucky.
can't believe I just rolled up, told them I destroyed it, and gave me another one.
Yeah, you're like, you think they'll give me another one?
Like,
I
if
don't
that
know.
happened in Indiana, I would never be able to rent a sled in the state. The state forever.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, dude, it was like no big deal, dude.
It's like, oh, you hit a tree. Yeah.
There wasn't even any friction over it. It was just like, oh,
no,
well, that
dude, they
sucks.
were like laughing, like
Oh, yeah.
joking about it.
I thought they would be somewhat upset, and no, they literally was just like, I mean, yeah.
She literally said, what did she say? If this happens again tomorrow,
Yeah.
We're not friends anymore.
We're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and then the lady next
and
to
we
her was
were
like,
like-
hey.
We were like, yeah, that's
She's like,
fair.
we're just
I'm
like,
like, no,
I'm
just kidding.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
just
I
kidding.
understand. I'm like,
Yeah.
what does happen? If she's like, oh, you just pay the deductible again.
Yeah.
We'll just give you another one. Like they literally don't care.